Okay, YouTube, so we've decided to do our Draw My Life videos. That's me, and I'm going to be doing my video first. That's Sexy Bryan. He will be doing his video second, hopefully in a couple days. And then Daniel and Selena wanted to jump in on the action, and they will be doing a video together about how they came into our life and became a part of our family. We hope you enjoy the videos. So, I'm from California, obviously, and I'm from a small town in Northern California, about 70 miles north of San Francisco. Used to be called Sonoma County, but now it's called the Wine Country because it's really popular. I am a middle child of 5. Out of the 5 of us, 3 of us are gay and 2 are straight. There's my brother below me named Mickey, who is gay. My youngest brother, Donnie, who's straight. He says super straight. I have an older sister, Dovey, who has a couple kids, who's also straight. And then my eldest sister, Darlene, who has a couple kids herself and who is gay. Now, Darlene was the first one in my family to come out. And that caused a lot of problems in my family. We were a super religious family. My father raised us to be Catholic, and he was super strict and super religious. So when my sister, at the age of 16, decided that she was going to come out to my dad, he pretty much lost his mind and kicked her out of the house. So he likes to say that she actually ran away from home, ran away with an older lady, but to be true told, she was actually thrown out. And I remember at 7 years old, this had a huge impact on me because I was already starting to have some feelings, and that caused me a lot of problems. So, when I was about 7 or 8 years old, I remember playing a game called Spin the Bottle. And it was with a bunch of friends, and we were sitting around in a circle. I think there was like 5 or 6 of us. There was a bunch of girls and a bunch of boys. And why we were playing this game, who knows? It's probably something we shouldn't have been up to. But we were. And I remember wanting the bottle to land on my friend. And I was super excited about seeing him naked. Now, that caused me a lot of issues. It caused me to feel all kinds of emotions and feelings. I felt dirty. I felt ashamed. I remember my sister being tossed out by my dad. And it caused me to really question God's love for me. I mean, I had always learned that God hated gay people. So it caused all kinds of issues. So when I went to junior high school, I decided that I was not going to be gay, and I was going to do everything possible to stop that from happening. So I decided that I would start hooking up with lots and lots and lots of different girls. My first girlfriend, her name was Angel, and she was also 13, and I remember us screwing around and me losing my virginity. It was, something simple like oral. But for me at the time, it proved that, there's no way that I could be gay if I could actually function with females. So I started having lots and lots and lots of sex with any girl who would allow me to have sex with them. So at the age of 17, one of the girls that I was having a lot of sex with was a girl by the name of Anne Marie. Now, she was actually my girlfriend for about 8 months, and I actually had a major crush on her brother, Eric. And one of our sexual encounters, of course, me being the man slut I wasn't using condoms, and I actually ended up getting her pregnant. Now, you think being a senior in high school and getting your girlfriend pregnant would cause all kinds of really traumatic feelings and issues. But I was actually pretty happy. I was a very proud father, and I got really excited about being a dad. It basically let me know that all these feelings I had towards men was not going to stop my life, and that I could create the type of family that I wanted to. So I thought this would be the beginning of a wonderful life, and that I would live happily ever after. So I really loved my girlfriend, not so much in a sexual way, but I definitely loved her as a person, and we were really good friends. And I thought me and her could have this child, and we could run off and create our own little family and live happily ever after. Well, that did not necessarily happen the way I wanted it to, and my girlfriend ended up having an abortion. So Anne-Marie, at the age of 17, decided that she wanted to go to college and that she was not necessarily ready to be a mother, and made a decision to basically abort my child. I was devastated. I couldn't believe it. I was angry. I was mad. And it led me to a deep depression. So here I was at the age of 17, and I was really pissed off at God, pissed off at my family, pissed off at all my friends. I hated the fact that I was gay, and more than anything else, that I hated the fact that I had to hide it. And it made me really, really, really angry. So the way that I dealt with this anger was in a really bad way. There was a bridge, is a bridge in town called Wooler Bridge that I would go to from time to time to think. And I remember one day it being really super stormy and me deciding that I was going to take my life. So I went to Wooler Bridge and I jumped off the bridge. And I remember feeling really peaceful about that decision. I remember the water being really warm and me sinking into it and feeling really content about my decision. So the only problem with my plan is I fucked it up. I actually lived. So, since I couldn't kill myself, I decided that I would do the next best thing. I would run off and join the army. If I couldn't make myself straight, I knew that the army probably could. So they basically put me in 11 Bravo and sent me off to Fort Benning, which is a horrible base in Georgia. So the army was an amazing self-confidence booster. I loved my time in the army. I was 11 Bravo and I was surrounded by lots and lots of soldiers. And the cool thing about a lot of these soldiers was a lot of them were gay. And I actually started getting to meet some really hot gay men who were soldiers. And they were not all the stereotypes that I had learned, that I had grown to accept as facts. They were actually really normal. So I went a little crazy again. Here I was, 18, 19 years old, serving in the military, and I started meeting all these really sexy, attractive men. So I started having lots of sex. And I started to feel kind of empty again. I started thinking back to when I was in high school and when my girlfriend got pregnant, and the idea of, having a family and growing old with somebody, actually being in love, really appealed to me. And so then I started to think that maybe this was not the life that I wanted to live. So I got out of the army and I went home, and something really amazing happened. And then I met a very sweet, sexy guy named Bryan. And as you guys know, if you've been following our YouTube channel, Gay Family Values, you pretty much know the rest of the story. But I'm going to let Bryan take over, and he's going to share his story with you.